Hi, Promise Fellows. I just wanted to help out and walk through some of the report tabs that you can see across the top of your screen. So when you look, you can do the focus mouse. You have options across the top that are meant to make your life easier. So just to start out, um, I would go into the student intervention report. I think for highlighting your support, this one is actually the most important, even though students' progress is shown through like their attendance gains, work completion gains, and SEI gains. So first off, if you click on the student intervention report, this is where you can see all your students, and you can see right now that I'm just in my fake data. Um, but you can easily go in. If you're serving at a site that has multiple Promise Fellows, you can add a filter where you just put in your name. So that way you're only seeing your name. But right now I can be like, okay, like I can see how I've supported students across the board as I track on my student support. And maybe I want to see, and if you click on the column headers, you can organize the data in that column. So one click will do small to big, another click will do big to small. So right now I can see the people that I've supported least. But if I click again, I can be like, oh, I didn't realize that I've been spending that much time with those three people. And so maybe this could be serve as a nudge to be like, okay, like what could I do in order to like increase my supports for these people? It also allows you to easily see the number of 30-minute weeks. Once again, you can do that the same way. One click will do small to big, another click will do big to small. And as we're trying to make sure that students get enough support to hopefully have, positive change or positive outcomes, my perpetual push there. But also, once again, I know that this virtual hybrid year is much harder. All right. So going into the reports that show the amount of either baseline or benchmark 1 through 4 that you've got done. If I go to the attendance completion report, this does a good job showing literally yes or no who I've updated. Like, so I send out these emails that say, hey, you have this many people's attendance updated and this many people that are missing. But, through FERPA, I can't send you explicit student names because that's identifiable information. So you can go into this and be like, okay, I can easily figure out who I need to update. That said, attendance has one, I don't know, problem for lack of a better word, and I'll just show it to you right now. So right now it says, this first person is the only person missing baseline attendance. As I go into it, you're like, nope, it's not missing. Like, it's all done. I put in that they're missing 0 days. This is a student that got added for SEI. The attendance report thinks that a 0 and a blank are the same value. So when you put in 0 days, the formula can't figure out that you have updated it. And it's just so happens that that person hasn't missed anything. So this takes a little bit of just your knowledge. Like when I send you feedback, it will count that you did 0 days. So I will never like prompt you to update something that you have updated with 0. But as you're like going through to try to figure out who needs updating, attendance has that glitch, and I apologize. So I'm going to go back to the attendance completion report. So right now, quarter one's happened, trimester one's coming up. I'm doing this video on December 10th. So right now I have prompted all the quarter people, like, you need to update folks. And right now you could easily find, here's one of my no's and here's the other of my no's. Noam said I was missing 2 people, so I can easily go over and click on the view benchmark and interventions and update. Once again, you might have updated everything. My analysis will reflect that. But when you go to look at this, you could be like, oh, come on, like I updated that, it says no, but that person missed 0 days. So it takes a little bit of like your, your filtering or your user experience. Next up, And all these operate very much the same. You could go to work completion report, and you can see baseline, who's done and who's not done. So, I can see my nose and I could easily go over and be like, okay, I'm going to go into that person, find the class or classes that need updating, and add those pieces. So like right now, I need baseline work type 2. I could be like, okay, they're also really having a hard time in language arts, and going in and putting in that baseline, how many assignments they've got done or how much work completion they're doing, and selecting that percentage. So to go back to work completion, everything, just as you scroll down, you'll be able to see, the quarters as you update, and you could see what you have done and what needs to be done yet. And this is all fake data. So then the final one is SEI. I have started doing the plug. Once again, this is December 10th when I'm making this video. To do the best of your ability, do SEI with students that you feel like you have a relationship with. This year, relationships are harder in virtual spaces. So I have removed that you have updates needed just because you're missing SEIs, because that doesn't reflect the work that you're doing. But, right now you can easily see who has the SEI done. And, towards the end of your service, I'll ask you to do a post. And once again, you can find those people and then click on the view benchmark interventions and update it for the folks that you have. And then just as a final piece, perpetual plug for great stories. We love to hear about the anecdotes and, the breakthroughs that you're having with students. Data updates are awesome. And somebody shifting from, 74% attendance to 78% attendance totally matters. And I dig those numbers. But story is so much more, I don't know. It shows your impact in a way that data or zeros and ones, cannot. So please share a great story and share those snippets. I hope this video helps you find the people that you need to update. And thank you so much.